What is going on? I'm Styler, and today I will review the 5.5 inch wide IOCEAN M6752, also called the Rock, from gearbest.com. It comes with the 64-bit MT6752 octa-core chipset clocked at 1.7 GHz, 3 GB RAM, 16 GB ROM, Android 4.4.4 out of the box, support for 4G LTE, DualSIM, a full HD IPS one glass solution screen, and a very special stone finish design on the back that also feels pretty nice in the hand. So let us have a look on the design, and we see here on the front it's actually in a silver color, so it's not totally white on the front. We have gray silver, and you also noticed we have a thin edge here in silver chrome that actually makes it look a little bit premium. And on the back we have this special stone finish. It's like a sandstone actually, and it doesn't feel that rough actually, like on, for example, the OnePlus One, but you do feel it a little bit here. It's not that much, but it feels nice in the hand. And in the beginning I didn't really like it that much, but after 1 week use I actually kind of now like this finish here, because it gives a really good grip on the phone, and it looks nice. And you can see here we have the logo on the back side, IOCEAN. We also have here 2 speakers, but already now I can say that it's not real stereo speakers. Actually I tried a stereo test, and when the sound was only supposed to be in the right side, actually I could hear the sound also in the same volume in the left. So in my opinion it's not real stereo, but still the speakers are pretty loud, and it's nice that we have 2 of them. And let me try to open up the back cover here so we can have a look inside. And we see here the back cover. We also see the dual speakers, so they are real. We also here in the top find the slot for the SD card. I'm using a 64 GB card right now to test this out. SIM 1 and SIM 2, these are micro SIM cards. And in this one I'm using an adapter. Let's have a look here on the battery. So the battery says it's a 2300 mAh, and according to IOCEAN, they are soon going to sell an upgraded battery for the same phone here. According to them, they will release a 3000 mAh battery for the phone, so I expect that you can get even a better battery life with the new battery. We will now jump right to the test. If you want to see more of the phone design and the accessories included, you should check out my full unboxing video on my channel. Below in the video description I will also provide timestamps for this review, so you can jump around the things I have tested, and in the end of the video I will also list my pros and cons, so stay tuned. Let's boot this phone, and we see the IOCEAN logo and an animation here saying IOCEAN. And now you see the lock screen, and this one is the stock lock screen. There are also special lock screens in this stock ROM, so you can, for example, get effects like you know it from the LG. We have like a water drop or a diamond and so on, but this one is just plain stock. You can also swipe here to open up the camera, you see it here, and let's unlock. So this is the UI, and we also see here that the colors are pretty vivid and good. It's a full HD display, so of course the screen is very sharp, good colors and very clear brightness. So let's check out speed here when I scroll, so you can see it's pretty snappy here. Very smooth UI, no lag whatsoever. And you also notice we have some special pages here. This is for the camera, and here we have the music player. So there are dedicated pages on the desktop for these. Of course, you can disable or enable these. And we also see all the apps here. We have the app drawer here. Let's scroll a little bit here. Also very smooth and fast. And we have here on-screen buttons, soft buttons, like we know from the LG phones. And maybe it's not everyone's taste because we don't have any hardware buttons here. We see there could be room for some hardware buttons here, but according to IOCEAN, they placed all the antennas and other stuff inside this area here. So I guess it's a design choice that they put these inside the software instead. And in the start I have to get used to it, but after about 1 week I got used to it, and I haven't had any kind of issues with it, so it seems to work pretty well. Let me also show you that the phone is supporting off-screen gestures, so you can double tap to wake the screen. We can also, for example, draw an O to start the dialer. We see it here. Let's try another one. Okay, let's try an M. See the music player. And if you want to unlock directly, you can just swipe up. So here in the UI, you can actually also swipe up from the bottom here. And you can see we get some quick toggles here. You can go to the airplane mode directly. You can change the brightness of the display. If you click here, you can see we have the multitasking overview, and you can here swipe up to close, swipe down to lock it, or you can click on this button here to clear it all. And we also have another thing. Let's try, for example, to hold the finger here. We see the desktops. We have here the settings, wallpaper, scroll effects, default screen. You can add widgets. Let's try add widgets. You can see we have the music widget page and the camera widgets page enabled. We have normal widgets. So these are normal widgets you can add. Let's go back here again. Let's have a look in scroll effect. So here you can enable different effects on the page. Very nice. And let's set it to standard again. And let's also have a look here on the quick toggles. So you see the layout is a little bit different. Actually, it reminds me of the MIUI version 5. Let's see, you can also swipe here to the left, and here you will get the notifications. If you have any message, emails, or you have installed apps, they will be displayed here, and you can just, like this, change the page. Very nice. You can add more quick toggles here and rearrange them here. So let's go back again, and let's just have a very fast look here in the settings. So I will not explain them all in details, but let us have a quick look. We have the hot knot feature. We have audio profiles, home. So here in home, if you have more launchers, let's go back. We have display. We have mirror vision. Inside here you can change the colors here in the picture mode, vivid, standard. Let's see, it does change a little bit here. Let's go back. You can set it to user mode and change the contrast, saturation, picture brightness, and so on. The sharpness. We have the dynamic contrast. So this also works pretty good. You can see here there's a difference. Let me enable. Let's go back again, back and back. And let's see what we else have here. We have something called double press home, long press home to call up the task manager, but actually this is unnecessary because you have this button and one click here. Actually it will always open up the task manager, so I don't know why they enabled this setting here. But we also see here we have global search bar. You can disable the search bar. We have bottom quick action, so I showed that before. If you swipe up from the bottom, we have here the notification net speed, so you see the speed here in the top of the internet speed. We have Dropzone settings. Let's try to enable. So you see it here, and you can open video directly, play this in a small window. We have the music desktop. You can go directly to music. Let's try. So here we have the music player. Okay. You can change the fonts here. So here you have local font. You can download more fonts here. We also have here the smart wake. Smart wake, for example, double tap to wake the screen, draw up to unlock, draw C to camera, and so on. We have the storage. So it supports SD cards also, and we have one big partition on about 13 GB. The rest would be used for the ROM and some cache. We have the SD card, and you see I'm using a 64 GB card right now, and about 60 GB is available here. We have the battery, and inside here we have support for intelligent power saving. So here we have the RAM consumption, and we see 1 GB is used, 1.8 GB is free, so that's fine. Let's have a look inside language. So most are supported here. Accessibility, I don't think we have anything special inside here. These are most stock settings. Yeah, let's have a look in about. So we have support for OTA, over the air updates, wireless update, and actually I got one update so far, and it was really easy to update the phone. We see the model number, Android version 4.4.4. We have here the build number. So that's it for the settings. Let's go back to the phone, and let us have a look on the viewing angle. So you see here, and now the light is off, and you can see the colors and the sharpness of the screen here is still really good from the side. And this side here, let's try here from the top. So this is for sure an OGS IPS display. Let's also try out the LCD test to see if there is any backbleeding. And you see red color, blue, green, and here black. So the black value looks really good and nice. Let's try out the multi-touch test to see. Let me place it here. So we see it's a 5-point multi-touch display. Let's have a look here on the reception and the Wi-Fi signal. You can see Wi-Fi is in top. 3G is also pretty good. And on the second SIM card I'm using just 2G. So overall the reception and signal is very good on this phone here. And let us have a look here on the notification LED. So there is a notification LED here in the top. I'm testing this with Light Manager. You see it flash in red here. Let's set the wait to 2 seconds. Okay. Let's try another one, green. So you see it also supports green color. Let's try here also blue. So blue does not work. Let's try another one. Let's try white. So white is again just red. We'll try for example orange. Again red. So it seems it only supports red and green color. And one good thing about the IOCEAN here is that it supports Xposed Framework. So the phone is fully compatible, and that's good because it gives even more possibilities to tweak the phone. And I'm sure some out there like the idea that you can install Xposed Framework and do a lot of customization on the phone. Let's have a look inside the camera app. Let me place something here. Let's see. Let's try out a picture. We can see the autofocus is working good. Let's see here in the settings. So these are also pretty stock, I would say. We have anti-flicker, we have here face beauty, and let's have a look inside here. We have zero shutter delay, anti-shake, face detection, smile shutter, and we also have here the picture size. Let's set this to 14 now here. Let's try here. Okay, so this is full screen. When we set it to widescreen, it's only 9.5 megapixels, but of course, as on many phones from China, this is interpolated. Let's see here in the video camera. These are settings: noise reduction, microphone, audio mode, video quality. Okay, nothing special inside here. We have here also the filters, so you can add different effects here, like we know it from Instagram. Let's turn on the front facing. So here we have the front facing. Let me just try one picture. Let's have a look inside the flashlight. So this flashlight here is actually pretty strong. It's hard to see here, of course, in the video, but it seems that they have used one of the new types of LEDs. So it does the job pretty well. And if you do pictures in a totally dark room with this LED flash here, it's still possible to see the picture okay. So that's a nice thing. So here I'm going to test out the USB on the go. So I've connected OTG cable here with the USB stick, and the phone is also now connected to this Bluetooth speaker here, and you can see the phone did find the external USB storage, USB on the go, and here we have the internal phone storage. We have the micro SD card inside the phone, but let me try out the OTG storage here. We have other, we have pictures. Let's just check out the pictures. So these work fine, and they are on this USB stick here. Let's go back. Let's try music. Let's try, for example, this one. So you can hear the sound is clear and loud, and it's fast here. try to go inside here. Okay, so this is also working. Let's try out the normal music player here. So here you see the built-in music player, and let's see song. So these are mixed with the internal and also from the USB on the go. And let me now try to turn off the Bluetooth speaker. Let's try it with the sound from the phone. So the sound is actually loud from these speakers here, but the sound from these are only average, I would say. The quality could be a little bit better, but for normal use it's okay. Let's try out a test call. Let's test out the proximity sensor. So this one is working fast.
Press 1. To listen to your new messages, to listen to your saved messages, press 3.
So you could hear the sound also here from the earpiece, and it's pretty loud and clear, so it's absolutely perfect, no problems at all. So regarding the sound from the headphone jack here, while I tested it, I was really surprised because the sound quality is actually pretty good, and especially the volume with headphones in this phone here is really loud when you're using the built-in music player, here. So normally in China phones the volume is not that loud, I would say. It's not so I say, wow, that's really loud, but in this one here it was really loud, and actually the quality in the loudest mode was still clear and good. So very good volume in this phone and good sound quality through the headphones. So in the rest of the video I will run some different test apps and show you some results. Also I will show you a game, and as always I will turn off the background music a little, so check it out. So we are now in the end of this review, and I will now tell you some of the pros and cons. So first to the pros. In the beginning I was skeptical about the design and special white stone finish on the backside, but I kind of fell in love with it over time, and now I actually like the backside of the phone, and the front is in a dark plain silver color that actually looks okay. The overall build quality of the phone is good, and it's simple made, and there are no creaking noises or other bad things about the materials used. So the LED flash on the backside is actually pretty bright, and the camera works well, and it is possible in daylight to shoot some pretty nice pictures. In low light it struggles like many phones do, but overall I was satisfied with the pictures, but you can of course not compare it to what you find on the more expensive brands like Samsung or HTC. The phone has 3 GB RAM and is using one of the new 64-bit MediaTek chipsets, and therefore it handles games and multitasking pretty well. The phone never lagged, and the UI was always very smooth to operate. Also, it has many sensors, and things like compass works really good. So total cons are that the GPS was in my test only average. I got locked down to 3 to 4 meters, not the best I have seen, and with Google Maps navigation was a mixed experience, because it did sometimes jump a bit around on the streets displayed, but if you instead use, for example, Map Factor Navigator, I think the navigation would work better, as it locks you on the street that you drive on. The back speakers are not real stereo. I tried a stereo test from YouTube. It should test left and right speaker separately, but when I tested the left, I still heard the same amount of sound from the right, so I don't believe it's real stereo. The notification LED only support red and green, which also is a downside. I think they could easily have made this full RGB colors instead, and what to expect in a flagship phone like this from IOCEAN. The phone only has on-screen software buttons like we know it from LG phones, so no real hardware buttons, and for some users this could be a bad thing. But I must say that it actually works pretty good on the IOCEAN. I did not have any issues with it. Only in the start I had to get used to it, but after about 1 week it worked fine for me. So that's it for the review. Remember also to check out my blog. You find the link in the video description. If you have any questions, please comment below. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks for watching. See ya.